Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to go because every time I go to use SurveyMonkey it's changed slightly, but what I'm going to try and do is to show you a little bit around SurveyMonkey so that you can then get into it yourself and hopefully feel confident enough to be able to create a survey. So the first thing you need to do, find the sign in up here, and hopefully it will work a little bit faster tonight than it has been during the day, and you need to input your details, the sign-in name that you created when you signed up for the free account. Oh my god, what did I use? Hopefully that's correct. Okay. So this is the, I suppose you call it the dashboard for SurveyMonkey. What you can see here, I've got a couple of trial surveys that I've created. One's in draft format, which means that I haven't yet finished it. This one's one that I created and used to show the class how to do it today. Up the top along here, you've got the dashboard. Under My Surveys, it will list the surveys that you have going. Products is where they list their products, obviously, but under Resources, there's a few different options for you here. In particular, the Help Center, which is a relatively good one to know and get to learn your way around. You can have a look at things like question types, which will give you some information around the different types of questions and the things that you can do in SurveyMonkey. So things like how do you use skip logic, adding an NA option, adding and editing more questions, the types of questions that there are that you can use, etc., etc. So that's one area of the front page that's quite useful. Using the back keys to go back to the main page. I hope. Come on. Nope. Alright, let's try going back this way. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, so it opened up in a new tab. Be aware of that. There you go. So I'm back to my main page here. If I want to start a new survey or create a new survey, obviously this is the button that I use. I'm going to open up the draft one that I had earlier on. So I'm going to go down here and go to Edit. And this is what I was messing around with when I first started. One of the first things you've got is your page title. You can open that up, call it anything that you want, research project, survey 1, whatever it happens to be. Save that information. Now there is also, you can include in that a page title. So, trial survey. If you've got a particularly long survey and it's going to be over more than one page, trial survey page 1. Under this page description is a good place to put your hello, who I am, etc., etc. So, hi, my name is, this survey is part of my RP, blah, 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 finish it off, and remember at the end of a thank you for your time, etc., etc. Okay, get that checked please before you send it out. Make sure that you use correct English, grammar, spelling, all the rest of it. That will then appear at the top of the page for your survey. What I then tried to do was to have a look at a couple of the different types of questions that you can actually put in through SurveyMonkey. So this is just a very simple multiple choice question. So I've got a multiple choice. Should men and women be paid the same wages for doing the same job was the question that I wrote in. My answer choices were yes or no. So that's simply going to give me data that I can then use to create graphs and text and percentages and that kind of thing. So save that one if I'm happy with it. The second one that I've got, do you believe that current laws regarding sex discrimination and pay rates in the workplace are working? You can edit that. You can add more answer choices. You can add an other option. So if you want to give your survey respondents the chance to enter a comment, they can do so there. Save that. So that should now have the option, which does, that now has the option down here for them to write their own comments with regards to that question. Question 3, this one I have used a comment box. Now there is a comment box and there is a single line text. The difference between them, a comment box will let you write a longer response. So if you're looking for a response, an extended response for what you want for your question, use a comment box. If you're looking to keep people's answers short and succinct, then use the single text line, and they are then only able to type in up to, I think it's 50 characters within that text box. So again, when you're happy with what you've got there, you can save it, move down to the next one and have a look. This one is a multiple choice response. Come on. So, checkboxes. So, I've got checkboxes, one question, choose all that apply. You can have them only choose one if you like. You do that by, I can't think where the option is to let them only choose one. It's on add an other, displays an answer choice. Well, don't validate. I know it might be in the original setup of it, but you can have them only choose one, or you can have let them, as I've got there, choose all that apply. This is a scaled question, so this one just has a slider. Scale labels are from 0 to 100. On a scale of 1 to 100, how likely is it you would turn down a job offer? That then lets the respondent choose anything between that by sliding the scale along. Choose anything in that to answer the question. When you're happy with what you've got, click on Done. Then down here again, Save. And we can go to Preview and Test, which will let you have a look at the survey that you have created. So there's the title of my survey. This is page 1. There's my little introduction. Okay it. This is not going to take any of my responses seriously, and it's not going to record any of my answers, but it does just let me check that it's working in the way that I would like it to work. Okay. And I can then go back to my survey editor and I can change things if I want. I can preview it again, get someone else to trial it, because it's quite often you'll find that one person will read a question one way, someone else will read it differently, or you might find that they don't think the question asks what you think you're asking. When you're happy with it, click on the next button, and this should then take you to a page which asks about how you would like to publish your survey and how you're going to get it out there. 9 times out of 10 in research project, most of the Year 12s that I've worked with previously have used Facebook or social media to get their surveys out. You can put it as a web link on a blog site, you can send it by email, you can share it in Messenger, you can do all kinds of different things with it, but 9 times out of 10 I find that Year 12s have the most success when they post on social media. Just remember that once they go out there, you have very little control over whether or not it's shared and who gets it. So if you're targeting a specific audience for your surveys, it can be hard to manage in that capacity. This link here, it can be as simple as copying that link. Previously what I've done with students is to use that link on just a Word document when we're testing them. And we've got one set up in here, practices, I did have one, survey trials. So we'll post all of our links into here, and then next week everyone will be able to trial your survey for you by accessing it from there. But here you can also then go to Facebook and share it through Facebook, and get all of your responses and things that you would like through that format. Once you have done that and it starts to collect results and responses for you, it comes up to the analyze results stage. And once we've got some of our surveys, once we've got some of our surveys out there and some responses collected, then that's what I'll show you next week with regards to SurveyMonkey. So as I said, it was very short, very sharp. I'm not sure that it was terribly shiny, but hopefully that's enough to get you onto SurveyMonkey and having a look at it for yourself. Every time I open up SurveyMonkey, they've changed something about it. Whether it's the question names have changed or whether it's the dashboard has changed, the interaction has changed, whatever. So it's a little bit of you have to get in there and you actually have to trial it and try a few things yourself. One of your biggest places to get assistance with this would be with your classmates that are using it as well. So never discount asking one of your classmates, hey, how do you do this? Okay. Hope that's kind of helpful. Done. Thank you.